Megan Hicks of I Run Far, and I'm here at the finish line of the 2015 Rut 50k. I'm here with men's third place finisher, Matt Shryock.
Yep.
Dude, you got third.
I know, I can't believe it. Totally can't believe it.
You freaked out at the finish.
Totally freaked out, yeah.
What was going through your head?
Well, I just saw all my friends about 400 meters back, and then I saw the finish, and the whole time I just didn't think I was going to hold it together. Didn't think I was going to get third. And then I was like, I'm going to get third. And so, I mean, a friend of mine told me once, just always enjoy the finish line. So I was like, I'm going to enjoy this one. And then just, yeah, when I crossed, I was just yelling. I'm just so happy. I think I was just overwhelmed with happiness.
There was some shouting, there might have been some high kicking.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I could have high kicked. I definitely was cramping, but.
There was some floundering around on the ground.
Could have been, yeah, my legs were cramping for the last 2 hours, so I just cramped, fell over, couldn't believe it. Footy was like, get up! And so I was like, okay, I'll get up. And then, yeah, I was just so excited. I think it was just excitement.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, let's rewind back to the dark this morning. The race started at 6 a.m. and you guys rolled off into a super frigid morning.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was oddly comfortable. Yeah, really? It was like mid-30s, but it felt pretty good, yeah.
Okay. So talk about the first 11 miles or so where you're running around some of the single track and cat tracks here in the lower part of the resort.
Right, kind of, yeah, it's rolly terrain. I was really kind of reiterating to myself, don't go out too quick. I don't want to be leading right now. And Max King and a couple of other dudes kind of took off, maybe top 5. I was like, good, stay behind them, don't get in that crew. But I felt really comfortable, so I kept them in sight. And then, yeah, slowly just reeled them back up right by headwaters.
Climbing up the steeps to get to the top.
Yeah, like right at the base of that, like we all came together. And then, there was one little descent, and I caught him on the descent, and kind of actually went into first, and I was like, oh, too early for first, I don't want this. So I kind of let him sneak back up, and then, yeah, we started climbing, and then the 2 Euro guys, I don't know their names, but they took off, and I was like, I'm not going to go with them, so just kind of climbed at my own pace at that point, and had a little gap, and that was my gap, and then I had to hold it, so.
There were some, like, pretty badass runners who you passed in that section. Guys like Max King.
Yeah, that came up.
Guys like Mario Mendoza.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, that went through my head. I was like, I just dropped those guys. Maybe I'm going too fast. But but I felt good. And I was like, well, you did it. Now make it happen. Yeah.
So we had some reports coming down on you from Headwaters Ridge, that first big technical descent.
Right.
The most technical part of the course.
Yep.
And the reports were that you were descending among the best of everybody, including the Euros in front of you. Is that some Alaska rock?
That's totally Alaska rock.
Skiing?
It is. That's what I've been doing all summer. There aren't really trails in Alaska, so, and Mount Marathon practice. Like, you go up to Mount Marathon, and like I was telling you, you just huck yourself off the side of the mountain and try to stay on your feet. And you're, like I said before, your ankles get strong, your quads get strong, and you just trust your feet, and you just go for it. And hopefully you stay up. So.
You had a little contour through the forest after you got to the bottom of Headwaters before you made the big grunt up
That's right,
Peak.
Yep.
Your position didn't really shift at all in the race after that.
After that, yeah.
I mean, you were stuck. I mean, stuck is not the right word. Being in third.
I'm happy to be stuck in third. Yeah, yeah, I'll be stuck there.
But how, like last year, you said in our pre-race interview that you were just having some issues with the climb to Lone Peak last year.
Yeah.
How is it this year?
Still a little woozy, and I was still cramping again, but I felt I had a lot more energy, and so I could push through the cramping, still climb decently. I actually kind of was like, hold back, because I thought I could descend better than most, so I was just hold back, get to the top in one piece, and then really work the descent. So I really focused on just flying down the descent, and I think I got a pretty good gap there. I'm not sure, but I think I did.
Okay.
So.
You're now I mean, you may be an Alaskan mountain runner now, but you are a sea level mountain runner.
Yes.
How did 11,000 feet feel today?
Pretty thin. Yeah? Really thin up there, yeah.
Maybe like there might have been an elephant right here.
Yeah, well, it's just, you're like a goldfish trying to, you know, gulp air. And then I think that's where the cramping comes from. I think my muscles were a little hypoxic. And so I was experimenting. I'd actually start hyperventilating on purpose, see if I could get some oxygen circulating.
That's the nurse in you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, what could this be, you know? And it might have worked. I'm not sure. So, I don't know. I ate a ton of food, so I don't think it was a nutrition issue.
Okay.
A lot of gummy bears. So.
The descent off of Lone Peak is long. I mean, it's first super technical,
Yep.
and then you're just rolling through those backwoods,
Right.
ever so slowly coming downhill. You're probably seeing nobody at that point.
Yeah.
Like you can't see the guys in front of you, can't see the guys behind you.
Yeah, totally solo.
What's going through your head?
I was just trying to just maximize how fast. Any scree I saw, I'd try to ski it. Just really open up, jump when I can, fly when I can. Really just put in time. So the longer it went, the better I was like, good, I'm gonna put more time in. So I was loving it. Yep.
You said you were cramping the last couple hours of the race. How did you stave it off enough to keep moving as strong as you were?
Well, yeah, I was cramping till the end, but energy-wise, I felt great. So I was really just kind of throwing my legs, you know, with my, with my hip flexors, just kind of throwing them. They were, couldn't really feel them that well. My ankles were definitely flexed. Yeah, but I think fortunately I'd fueled well enough to have the energy to do that. And yeah, I'd go through times where I'd loosen up and then seize up again. So that was the biggest struggle of today. But
last descent, like that is rude. 800 feet, 1,000 feet. I mean, you've already gone up and down Lone Peak, and then they send you up another mountain where you can see the finish line.
And hear, the party happening. You can see a hotel that we're looking at.
So, at that point, are you looking ahead towards first and second place, or are you looking behind and trying to keep your spot?
I was actually looking behind. I kept asking for splits back, and no one would give them to me. They were just cheering for me, which I appreciate, but I really wanted a split because I kind of wanted to. They were about 6 minutes ahead, and I knew I just didn't have it. So I wanted to hold on to that third place. But yeah, so I was looking behind me and just trying to open up my stride and run as fast as I could down that.
You made it all the way down Headwaters Ridge without falling. You made it all the way off the backside of Lone Peak without falling. You took a little tumble in the last couple miles.
Tumble on the smoothest trail out there. Yeah, I clipped a toe.
It always happens like that.
Yeah, you just clip a toe, and I was on the ground in half a second and just full body cramp. And then I, kind of freaked out. Then I yelled at myself, just shook it off, and just kept running. Yeah, that happens.
Rolled into the finish, finished third, finished about a half hour faster than last year. I mean,
stoked.
Super stoked. So, given like a breakout like that, what do you look toward now? Like what goes through your head?
I mean, I've been trying to, make it. I kept thinking, this whole summer I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can have a breakout. And I've had good races this year, not on a big stage, but races I was like, that was a good race. And I just needed that validation, and I think I might have gotten it. So that's what's kind of going through my head right now. It's like, you can do this. Like, I think I can do this. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. And was it the U.S. qualifiers for the ultra distance? People keep telling me that I made the team, but I don't know. So that is
I'm
unconfirmed.
Sorry, I don't know.
Unconfirmed. So that might be the next step. So,
Well, right on.
Totally unconfirmed though.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thanks, Megan.
The Mikes put on a good after party.
They do.
Hopefully you'll be able to indulge.
Yep. That was my goal. Get to the after party. That was my only goal this year. So
get to the after party in one piece.
In one piece. Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.